They pray for miracles and miracles arrive. Real Madrid, the team of dreams. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Banter Sports. How do you stop Real Madrid in the Champions League? Ever pertinent, ever relevant, but no one has been able to answer. No club has been able to answer. And here we are with the 15th Champions League in our cabinet. And what a week it has been, what a fortnight it has been. 2 trophies in 2 weeks for me personally, one for KKR, then Champions League cap of it can't get any better. This was historic, and maybe this was awaiting after the 2013 season. It has been a good decade throwback. So let's recap. Let's take a look back into the season and whatever happened. It has been a tremendous season for Real Madrid, but few players need that mention and whatever their campaign has looked like. Starting with Vinny Ballon d'Oro. I think he has done enough to prove himself that he belongs at the top level now. In 2022, he was in that, he deserved that top 3 finish and he did that, but obviously Benzema was miles ahead and he went on to win that trophy. But this season, I think it has been a very good transition for Vinny. 33 goal plus assists, 6 very important goals in the Champions League and 15 goals in the Laliga. Let's not forget he was out with an injury during a major part of the first half of the season, where his partner in goal, Mr. Jude Bellingham, in his first season stepped up. We'll come to Jude later, but obviously Vinny has been tremendous, and his growth over the years has been immense. Like if we see who Vinny was and how he started his journey, he was always one of those players where he was criticized for being too fragile, for being too expressive, but he's again like if you consider all of that, you can't also ignore his game, and his game overshadows every aspect of his thing apart from the field. So yeah, Vinny has been immense, and he deserves the Ballon d'Or this season. Goes on to win that trophy, is accompanied by Mbappe next season. I don't know, man. We'll come to the squad discussion and what it looks like in the next season. But yeah, maybe the era has now begun. We are officially over the Messi and Ronaldo era. And yeah, it's just now time for the young lads to take over. Jude Bellingham now. Whoa, what do I say? Like the way he started off the season, nobody expected that. Okay, chalo, he's now a good contender for the Golden Boy. Yeah, he's scoring goals, fluke goals, tap-ins, lot of things associated with him. But if you follow his journey coming from Dortmund, for players who have followed him, for fans who have followed him, they remember his tears on the last day where Dortmund lost the league, obviously, to Bayern, and that is a very clear memory to me. And I think Jude in his mind knew that he will get his opportunity to undo that moment, but he had to feel or express both failure, and that is the sole reason why he's reaping the fruits for all the success that he's tasting now. So tremendous from Jude Bellingham in the first season. I'm not one of those people who will deny that he has some juju. But yeah, man, I mean, coming from Dortmund, they also went on to the final. And Dortmund didn't play bad football by any means to reach the final. They topped their group. They defeated champion teams throughout the campaign. They defeated PSG also, and they deserve their own video, I'll say. So yeah, just that Real Madrid was a little better yesterday, and in sports it is all about who's better on that particular day, and Real Madrid won. Real Madrid knows obviously how to step up on those important days a little more, a little better, so we won. But there's no disrespect or nothing to be taken away from Dortmund and how their campaign has looked like this season. So yeah, so if I'm looking at this, Vinicius finishes this season with 33 goal plus assists, and Jude Bellingham finishes with 36 goal plus assists. Obviously, Vinicius's goals are more important because they came in at clutch moments and more relevant moment. But let's not forget the contribution of Jude, because he kept us alive in all the competitions during the first half of the season, majorly when Vinicius was missing out, and later when he came back to get on in his flow. Vinicius also needed that time, and like Jude in that form, Vinicius was just able to ease into things and get back into his rhythm. So tremendous from Jude again there. So we actually have our top two in the Ballon d'Or race this season. Who's there for number 3? Kroos? I don't know, man. It's farewell. A career that has been a peak, that has represented a peak. If he signs off with a top 3 Ballon d'Or finish or a like Ballon d'Or trophy itself, there's no better reward than that. And let's wait for the Euros. The Euros are going to be a deciding factor there. But yeah, I mean, the top 3 Real Madrid finish in the Ballon d'Or race looks very probable. So yeah, let's see how things turn out. But Kroos has been a legendary player for Real Madrid. I mean, the controller, the dictator of the Real Madrid game. Yeah, no pun intended there, but anyway. But he has been controlling things right from the middle. He's one of those players who goes under the radar because of his simplistic way of football and his style of football. But he makes you. I remember Vinicius saying this, that we play according to the pace that Kroos operates the game at. And that is true. I mean, and he has done that with not just one generation, 5 Champions League. I mean, sorry, 6 Champions Leagues. So you know that he has been playing with different generations and he can adapt. So Kroos has been legendary, and I mean, this decision to retire at 34 at his peak is surprise. It's not surprising coming from Kroos actually, because you know that he will want to retire at the top, and the reasons that he gave, obviously, that he doesn't want to sit on the bench and he wants to retire at Madrid. So yeah, that's a pretty emotional farewell for all of us, and we know that vacancy will take a lot to fill. But I'm sure that Kroos has seen enough in the youngsters at Real Madrid that they will be able to take that responsibility and take his legacy forward. Among which the main contender that who will now come to is Fede Valverde. Tremendous season. Maybe he hasn't scored that many goals, so people don't notice him that much. But just his dynamic playmaking and the number of minutes that he has played in this season over all competitions is just too much. He isn't exhausted. He will still play for Uruguay, and yeah, he'll continue to perform there. But you need players like Kroos, Valverde in your team who can control the pace of the game, who can like take the energy and the pace a notch higher when they want to, bring it lower, control things when they want to. So yeah, Valverde is a tremendous asset for the team. I mean, he has shown what he is capable of in the past, and this season or the next 2 seasons, in my opinion, will be very crucial for him, because now there are expectations from him to fill those shoes of Kroos. And although I know that he's not one of those players who will play with that sole motive to fill his shoes, because Kroos has always been Valverde's idol. So there will be no animosity or kind of bad blood to fill those shoes. There will be an inspiration to fill those shoes, which is a very good thing. And the kind of environment that Real Madrid believes in is also a very healthy environment. So I'm sure that Valverde will get the support from his teammates and all the support staff there to carry the legacy forward. So yeah, the lot of expectations from Valverde, and I know that he will live up to those. Some other players who have now won 6 Champions Leagues. Kroos has obviously been there. We mentioned him, but Modric looks like he'll continue one more season, and it's good for us because all the youngsters at Madrid will have a chance to learn from him a little more, year more. I mean, Jude said that the departure of Kroos hurts a little because he wanted to spend a little more time, and especially because of the relationship that they shared with the senior members of the team, like Kroos and Modric. That's a very good thing, and Modric staying one more season is very good for all the youngsters, including Arda and everyone. So yeah, that's a positive. Uh, one more season also allows Modric to decide his future and maybe decide what he plans to do for the 2026 World Cup if he has any intentions of playing that. So yeah, let's see what happens with Modric. But this season, Modric truly proved that whenever he was coming on from the bench, he wasn't just coming on from the bench to play those extra minutes. He was coming on from the bench to make an impact. So if he continues to do that, his role is pretty clear, and he will do good. Um, Apart from now, Kroos and Modric will come to Nacho, Carvajal. What legends, man. I mean, Nacho will finally leave Madrid, it seems. But Perez said yesterday, we don't know what is his decision. They will obviously fully respect Nacho's decision, and it is understandable if Nacho leaves the club to play more in other clubs, get more playing time in other clubs. But tremendous legend and servant of the club, the captain of the club. So yeah, it's a little emotional for all of us because he started his playing career back in the academy from when he was a kid, and he embodies the Real Madrid spirit. He knows what this club means, what it represents, and he holds that forte. So it'll be tough again replacing him and his attitude, but I think he has done enough for the club to inculcate that spirit within all his team members over different generations. So again, thank you, Nacho, for everything that you have done, and wherever you go, or if you continue at Madrid, you'll prosper. Carvajal, the next captain, obviously yesterday a goal in the Champions League final. So what do I say about Carvajal? There's a lot of people who criticize Carvajal for his play style or his defensive fullback nature. You have to understand that this season was probably one of the best seasons that Carvajal had as a right back. So if Carvajal has a season like this, you automatically see the progress or the level up that we have in our team. So the kind of play that we do or our gameplay isn't just reliable on attacking fullbacks, but someone like a Carvajal who can balance the best of both worlds is very important and equally necessary. So yeah, Carvajal, his contribution shouldn't go under the radar, or his defensive duties this season shouldn't. So yeah, Carlo Ancelotti, I mean, 5th UCL for him, 3rd for Madrid, and 2 from AC Milan. Yeah, so he has proved himself everywhere, and just the culture that he brings into the team, I think, is immense. I mean, all the youngsters at the club look up to him as a father. They dance with him, they enjoy with him, they look up to him, and they know about that he knows more about the game and learns from him wherever they can. So yeah, Carlo should continue forever. I think, I don't know. Carlo should continue forever. Perez should continue forever. This club just should be the way it is, and it will. So what does next season look like? The team, yeah, the giant that Real Madrid will be adding to this team that won the Champions League, the 15th Champions League. Mbappe, here we go, has already happened, and Jude, you saw in that interview yesterday that he told that number 9 position is maybe the only missing fit in the puzzle, lacking that finesse to score those goals. But if that was to happen, Mbappe coming to the team, that will also be fixed. So you know that if Mbappe comes over, and Mbappe now is coming over, it's a tremendous addition to the squad, and yeah, Europe should be scared in all right. But it's not just that Mbappe is coming. Henry Pele, Mr. Hendrick is also coming. He's finally reached that age, and he has bid farewell to his former club now in Brazil, and he's on his way to Madrid. And personally, I think he will score a lot of goals, because the kind of fixtures of the tournament that CL will become from next season, a lot of players will get a lot of opportunity to play in both the Laliga and the Champions League. So Endrick will get his fair chance of fair game time to prove himself and score those goals. So I'm looking forward to him also. Lenin Euro, I don't know whether we are looking at him, but centre back is needed, especially if Nacho departs. So let's see what happens with that. But another one who has been in the mix is Alphonso Davies, and Davies also showed what he is capable of at the Bernabeu, playing for Bayern. So you know, he gave his audition, and he gave his audition pretty well. There's no denying that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are there. I personally don't want Mondi to be replaced, because his performances in the Champions League are just very underrated, man. I mean, every historic CL tie that Real Madrid witnesses, Mondi has a great role to play in that. So yeah, there's no disregarding Mondi, and despite Davies being there, I think Mondi should start ahead in the CL, especially in matches where you are playing against high attacking teams. That's it. That's the joy and the review of Madrid from this season, what it looks like for the next season. We'll be back. We'll be back for the T20 World Cup. Stay tuned. There will be a lot coming up. We'll also be doing some stuff for the Euros, and hopefully we'll have a lot more chat. So looking forward.